You're looking for a screen that does more than just sit on a wall. You want something that blends into the room, serves a real purpose every day, and doesn't feel like a gamble after you click buy. The biggest worry most people have is ending up with a fancy-looking piece that turns out to be a headache to install, a nightmare to use, or just a pricey mirror that never lives up to the hype. You've probably imagined hanging a TV in the kitchen or the bathroom, only to wonder if the humidity will ruin it, if the voice control will actually understand you while you're cooking, or if the mirror will look cheap once the screen is off. Those are legit concerns, and they're exactly why I spent some time digging into how a smart mirror TV really works in a lived-in home before hitting record. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Soulaca 43-inch Smart Mirror TV is built around a champagne gold aluminum frame that's meant to act like a piece of decor rather than a typical black TV bezel. In practice, that means the frame catches the eye even when the display is turned off. It really does look like a high-end mirror. The Magic Mirror technology is essentially a 4K Ultra HD panel that reflects like a mirror when you're not watching content, and flips to full-screen video with a tap or voice command. For a kitchen or a living room that needs a bit of sparkle, that visual duality is the main selling point. Installation is where many mirror TVs stumble, but Soulaca makes it fairly straightforward. The unit comes with a set of mounting brackets that let you choose between a flush wall mount or a slightly recessed setup if you have a vanity or a cabinet. Because the frame is metal, you'll need a stud finder and a drill to secure it properly, nothing you can't handle with a basic tool kit. But it's not a just stick it on the wall job. One practical tip I picked up from people who've installed similar units is to run a short power cable through the wall cavity before you mount the mirror, so you don't end up with an ugly cord dangling in a kitchen where you're already juggling pots and pans. Every day, the thing lives up to its promise of being more than a screen. The built-in webOS platform gives you access to the usual streaming apps, Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, you name it, without needing a separate streaming stick. That's handy in a kitchen where you might want a cooking video playing while you prep dinner. The voice control, powered by ThinQ AI, actually works well when you're standing a few feet away, even if there's some background chatter. I tested it while the faucet was running and the exhaust fan was on, and the system still caught commands like play jazz or show the weather. The dual speakers are modest, but they're enough for background music or a quick news briefing. You won't be filling a large living room with cinema-level sound, but you also won't need a separate sound bar if the TV is the only thing on the wall. Now, let's talk about the hidden trade-offs. The biggest one is moisture. The product is advertised as engineered for premium residential and moisture-prone spaces, and it does have a sealed enclosure that passes basic humidity tests. However, it's still an electronic device, so if you live in a very steamy bathroom without proper ventilation, the long-term reliability could be a question mark. I'd advise placing it in a kitchen or a living room where humidity is lower, or at least ensuring there's an exhaust fan that runs when you shower. Another subtle downside is the reflective quality when the TV is off. The mirror is high gloss, which looks luxurious, but it can also create glare if you have strong overhead lighting. In a room with many windows, you might find the reflection too bright for a quick glance. Who should consider this mirror TV? If you're a design-focused homeowner who wants to eliminate the visual clutter of a traditional TV, especially in spaces where a mirror already belongs, think a kitchen backsplash, a dining room wall, or a home office with a glass partition, this unit hits the sweet spot. It's also great for people who like to have hands-free control while they're multitasking, because the voice AI lets you change the channel or pull up a recipe without touching anything. Families that stream a lot of content will appreciate the built-in webOS, and the fact that the frame itself adds a premium aesthetic can be a selling point if you're trying to keep a cohesive interior style. On the other side, you might skip it if you're on a tight budget. At 43 inches, you're paying a premium for the mirror function and the gold frame, not just for the screen size. If you already have a solid TV and just need a piece of art or a regular mirror, you'd probably get more screen real estate for the money by choosing